Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Taurus. So Taurus, as always, I'm doing your reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you see are from this deck. So Taurus, let's talk about work and money and material things and possessions and mature decisions and all of your responsibilities in terms of this 3D plane that I feel like it's not only in your forefront mind, right? It's like it's something that you are, it's like trying to find stability despite the growing questions that are making you make this internal investigation with the reasons why you do what you do, why you work with what you work, and the path that you have chosen for yourself in a sense. And like this sense of asking yourself the right questions, I want to say, Taurus. Why is stability something important right now? Although movement is something that is, well, it may have always excited you, and somehow it's beginning to enter the scene again, or enter your system, your desire to move, but with the frame of mind that you have acquired, I want to say, because of maybe the professional accomplishments, maybe because of the abundance, maybe because of the success that you have found where you are. So there is this need, I want to say, to feel grounded, to feel safe, to feel like your day-to-day is going to be stable. Maybe your work life, it's going to be stable. Maybe having like a routine that you can find everything in the same place every day, maybe. But this is something that you're starting to question. So we're beginning with the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles usually represents this stability, right? It's this epitome of maybe success, maybe financial and professional success. But the interesting thing about this King of Pentacles for you today, Taurus, is that it actually fell behind me. And so I feel like even though you might have found success, you might have found incredible abundance already, because it fell behind me, I feel like you haven't actually reached this pinnacle. You have the sensation, and I want to say maybe you already have the maturity, you already have this mindful responsibility that you have things to do, you have your duties, you have everything that you have committed to yourself and to others. It's like this is pretty much part of your external life. You have a routine that shows you, that proves to you that you have reached a level of great maturity. But I want to say, like, there's something that perhaps is still unclear, or at least not at the forefront yet. It's like if you feel like you have reached your top game, your end goal, your most, like your highest level of success, I feel like you haven't. And this is the reason why these growing questions that I'm going to show you, why they're here and what they mean, actually, why this is making you move, right? Because it's like this king is very close to you. It's you, right? It's symbolizing you. This is not another person, Taurus. But I feel like this is just talking about this pinnacle moment that you feel like you have reached, but you haven't. But it's really, really close. It's like you are close to it. But where you are right now actually is in this Four of Pentacles. And it's interesting because this first row of cards is all pentacles. And so actually, if you see in the thumbnail, notice how the first line, the first row, is all pentacles, and actually the first column coming from the King of Pentacles is also all pentacle cards. So I feel like this is you searching for this stability, this groundedness, this reassurance, or like this necessary like this knowing that the physical is guaranteed, that you know you're doing everything that is possible in the physical dimension, in this 3D level, that is going to provide you a good life, a stable life, most of all. Because this is what the Four of Pentacles is talking about, right? Usually I see the Four of Pentacles as a great foundation, like in terms of stability, it's immovable, right? Is laying the values, the most essential values that are going to build this foundation of your life, and that they are placed in the right place so that you feel safe, so that you feel like, maybe we're talking about like having control of your finances, having control of your work environment, having control at least, you know, of your home, of your space, of your physical environment. Maybe we're talking about your own body, your health. Because with the Seven of Pentacles coming next, I feel like this is you surveying the physical possibilities. And so the interesting thing about this card is because, you know, the circular shape of it is very contrasting to the very squared shape of the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like you might have placed yourself in a box, in a sense, in a very clear perimeter, right? It's like you know your limits, you know where your arms can reach, right? This is how I'm seeing it. It's like this is how far you can go, right? Because when you place yourself in the center of this square, especially with the Five of Pentacles coming next, you see how in the Seven of Pentacles, which is the card in the middle and actually the center of your entire reading, we have both the Four of Pentacles and we also have the Five of Pentacles in this, right? So I feel like this moment of surveying the land, surveying your life, it's like, you know, making this 360-degree turn in your own life. And actually this is when perhaps you realize that the King of Pentacles is something that you thought you were already in it, but actually it's behind you, meaning you haven't yet achieved it. And it's interesting because now that I'm saying it's behind you, you might think that you have already reached this level of success that is in the past, that is behind you, that what you need to do is only maintain it, right? This is how maybe you're envisioning this foundation, right? With the essential things that, you know, well, that you value essentially. But here, I want to say, it's like because it's out of your sight, and it's only when you survey this, you know, it's almost like, don't look just to what's ahead. Make this turn, right? It's like turn around, see every angle possible, right? Turn into this 360 turn so that you see that actually this level of greatness, which is so beautiful. I feel like I've never heard this word with this card, but this is how it's coming through right now. This level of greatness, it's going to manifest in a way that you haven't experienced because the Five of Pentacles is talking about you being extremely what is the word? It's like maybe minimalist, but it's like essentialist, because the moment that you place yourself in this Four of Pentacles inside your own established foundation, it's like you don't want anything that is excessive there. You don't want, maybe we're talking about excessive expenses, right? Because you might have had excessive expenses lately, but you know, making this analysis and going around, it's like, you know, looking at every single possible way of earning money, but also like what you're spending. Perhaps it's like, you know, surveying in the sense of, you know, what is coming in and what is going out, but in a way that it's like you all of this is under your control. All of this you are completely in control of, because you have this approach, I want to say a very mature and responsible and grounded approach towards that. Nothing in excess is going to stick around, right? It's like you are going to remove what is not needed, what is not essential, what is not completely necessary, maybe for your survival. It's like, you know how to simplify things. You know exactly what is valuable to you, and you know what might be just too much, or like, you know, maybe something that you weren't thinking that would be part of your life or your day-to-day, and it feels like a little bit excessive, right? So at the end of the day, it's like after you make this 360-degree turn and you see that, you know, there might be things that, yes, are completely under control. It's almost like you have the funds, you have the resources, you have the health, you have, you know, the space, you have the time, but it's simply too much, or it's simply like something that it's not essential. So your approach or your decision or your mature, responsible self is telling you, stick just with what is necessary, with what resonates with self. The Five of Pentacles to me usually represents something that is resonant with self, right? It's like your individual power, not only in terms of, you know, taking care of your body, eating healthy, or like, you know, exercising, or, you know, drinking water, like taking care of the physical temple, right? But it's also the awareness of who you are, of what you are, how you serve. Because it's interesting, I'm taking this from something that, if you know who Paul Selig is, he channels the guides. And there is this saying that the guides channel, which says, I know who I am in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. And so all of this is in this Five of Pentacles for you. And what is left is this complete essential self, right? It's like your essence, your pure essence, but coming from this material level, coming from the physical human body. But this is where you are, it's like when you get rid perhaps of the things that were surrounding you and they were in excess, and you know exactly what resonates and what doesn't resonate. Although, yes, it might have been like, you know, not hindering you, right? It was just creating excess, right? Maybe taking space in your home, taking space in your workplace, and you want only what resonates with self. So this is what is part of, the result of this 360 turn, is that you start questioning what resonates with you and what doesn't resonate with you because of the Knight of Swords that is coming next. So this card came with the words, making the right questions. So I feel like there are questions, Taurus, that you're making the moment that it's like, what is valuable to you. You know what is incredibly stable to you, what gives you this sensation of stability and groundedness. So when you look around and you see that, yes, things are completely under control, it's like you're not going to go bankrupt if you buy this or that, or if you invest in this or that, but you know that there are things that are not essential, basically. And it's like your main tool or your main instrument to really decide whether to stay or not with something is if it resonates with you. And I feel like this is crucial in regards to your work because of the Eight of Pentacles that is coming next. So see how here we have the Five of Pentacles, which is this X. And here, usually I see two X's, overlapping each other with the Eight of Pentacles. Sometimes I see this as two people, in close proximity, but actually what I'm seeing here with the Eight of Pentacles for you is part of, the questions that you're starting to ask yourself the moment that you take a look around and you realize that actually the greatness that you were searching for, that you thought that you had already achieved, it's actually something that you are yet to attain, that you haven't really achieved yet, but it is in close proximity. But so one of the questions might be, is the work that I'm doing going to bring me this level of greatness, this level of abundance perhaps, or this level of stability? Because remember, this is the tool that you have inside of you to know, to have the certainty, right? Because it's like you need certainty for some reason. All of these Pentacle cards are talking about like something that is that has some sort of evidence that is physically proven to be right, to be fitting, to be resonant with self. So the moment that part of this 360-degree turnaround survey is that you have to look towards your work, towards your day-to-day tasks, towards what you're devoting your time, your effort, your money, your dedication to build, and to see and sense if this is actually providing you this sense of resonance with self or not. Because I feel like there are two things that I'm seeing here. One is that the work that you're doing now might be stretching you, might be enlarging or like widening the reach of your arms, right? It's like it's almost like going beyond your physical capacities, or like just going a little bit farther than what your usual comfort zone is in terms of work, right? It's like you have to go one step further in order to really accomplish or, deliver something. But there's also another thing that I'm seeing that is part of the work itself that might be a little bit off, right? It's like it's not completely matching or fitting with who you know that you are, what you know that you are, and how you know that you serve. So it's like it's the type of questions that you're making. It's not necessarily saying, oh, there's a clear yes and there's a clear no, or there's a clear right or wrong, right? It's like there are just different angles, different perspectives. In one side, there is this stretching that I feel like is making you feel the discomfort, test your limits in a sense, or test your abilities. Maybe test your ability to manage your money, manage your resources, manage your talents perhaps. But there's also this inkling that might be very weird to see. Sorry. There might be like this very weird sensation of not feeling like you fit exactly in the role that you are in right now, or in the work that you're doing right now. So it's like you're just questioning. You're more attentive, like you're paying more attention to this, right? And with the Nine of Wands coming next, so this is where these growing questions are actually providing you another way, right? And it's one that it's a lot more dynamic. It's not holding you steady, right? Because all of the Pentacle cards, especially these two, the 4 and the 5 of Pentacles, it's like you are in one place, right? It's like you're planted, you are completely grounded. But these questions that are starting to brew inside your mind, they are actually making you see that perhaps you could stretch a little bit further, or you could find another work, find a place, find, maybe we're talking about another house, or maybe another office, or, you know, just something that could be a lot more resonant with yourself, with who you know that you are, what you know that you are, and how you know that you serve. And that might put you in a journey that is going to test your limits, right? The Nine of Wands could be full of challenges, but at the same time, it's going to provide you, well, I want to say the greatest challenge of all is just because it's going to be taking you out of your comfort zone. It's going to remove you from this place of complete stability that you have found, that you might have found like great abundance in this place. But remember, this King of Pentacles is behind you. It's not something that you have accomplished already, although you might see it as that, but it's actually something that you are yet to find, right? Or to reach. And so going beyond where your arms can reach, right? Yes, it's going to stretch you, and perhaps where you are already does that, but I feel like what is actually doing that is, you know, this questioning, this wondering of, but what if I just leave? What if I go in another direction? What if I allow to challenge myself going in a different way that is not completely stable, right? So this is what you're questioning, this is what you're wondering, and I feel like you haven't come to a conclusion yet. At least it's not in the cards here in the first part, but it's all, maybe you are staying for a little bit of time just so that these questions can be a little bit more clear, because, you know, it's still the night. So it's something that is still maybe in the initial phase. It's like the first questions that you're actually paying attention and giving some deeper thought, right? But I am going to pull more cards for you, Taurus, to see where this is going, whether you're going to stay or you decide to go, perhaps. Yeah, and I am going to pull from the astrological runes as well. So if you want to join me in the extended reading, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.